Hey y'all, and welcome to Bradley the Singing Chef. Today I am making possibly the simplest recipe I'm ever going to make on this channel. But the taste is not simple. It is so good. It's my version of a simple chicken salad, okay? Now, I have taken some actual chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Sorry, not boneless. These actually have the bone in them. And I've roasted them just like I roast my roasted chicken breast. Check out that recipe down below on the channel for my roasted chicken breast. So much flavor packed into the chicken breast. And I just did the same exact thing, but with some small thighs. That's just what I happen to have on hand. So it works perfect. So I've got 2 small chicken thighs that I need to get all of the chicken meat off the bone. So, I've got my knife here, and I'm just going to start slicing into these thighs across until I get down to this end bone here. Cut as much meat away as you can get off of that tiny little bone that's on there. That is how easy that goes. Then I'm just going to go across to get some sort of, tiny bite-sized pieces like you would find in a chicken salad. Same thing with the second breast. Thigh. Sometimes I make this with chicken breasts. It just depends on what I have. So I keep forgetting what I'm using, even though it's right in front of me. Almost all done. All that meat off the bone. Toss the bone to the side. Same thing with the other one, just cut down to bite-sized pieces. And you're good to go. Now I've got a small mixing bowl here because this is a pretty small batch I'm making. Put all those pieces of lovely roasted chicken into the mixing bowl. Man overboard. There we go. Now, I've got 1 rib of celery. I think that's going to be plenty for what I'm doing today. And I'm going to cut the full length of the celery stalk to bisect it, basically. Take off the ends. So clean ends on your celery. Again, I'm just trying to get this down to the same size as the chicken, basically. And then I'm just going to do a rough chop all the way down the celery stalk. I love celery in chicken salad because I love texture in most everything that I cook. This is no exception. There we go, just that easy. 1 stalk of celery with those 2 smaller pieces of chicken. If you got more chicken, add more celery, etc. Just keep expanding the recipe depending on how much you're making for a batch. All right, next ingredient for additional crunch and texture, I have some slivered almonds. I'm just gonna take a small handful of those. That's maybe, I don't know, a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of slivered almonds into the bowl. Then I'm gonna take a splash of white wine vinegar, splash the end. Don't need much, just a little bit of acid in there. Then I'm going to take a pinch of salt, pinch of pepper. The last ingredient before I add the binder is some tarragon. I love tarragon in chicken salad. It is one of my favorite herbs on the planet. I'm just going to put sort of middle of my palm worth, about a teaspoon or so of tarragon based on how much chicken I've got going on here. All right, last but not least, mayo. Mayo matters, I've said it before. Get really good quality mayo. I happen to like Duke's mayonnaise personally, so that is what I'm using today. And I'm just gonna squirt in maybe 1/4, 1/3 of a cup or so of mayo. And that is it. That's everything that goes in this recipe. You just gotta stir it together. Put it all together. This is another one of those recipes that I eyeball. So these measurements, like I said, they're based on what I'm doing right this very second. for this recipe. And that, my friends, is how I make chicken salad. Now, I've got a couple small spoons here just to taste for seasoning and flavor. So I'm going to give a little bit of taste of that. Let's see how we did. Oh yeah. I think I want a little bit more black pepper in the mix. Stir around. And what I love is that it's not like sloppy with mayo. It's just enough to like bind everything in the bowl together. Take a look. So that is what we got. And that, on any sandwich, piece of bread, I would put it on a shoe and eat it. It is so, so tasty. Let's make sure I did good on the seasoning. That's awesome. I really do hope you'll try this quick and easy recipe. Great for a quick sandwich for lunch, or you can just eat it with a spoon. Honestly, it's so stinking good. Thank you so much for joining me here on Bradley the Singing Chef. Eat well, love always. Bon appetit, y'all.